So I was just browsing the internet, I kid you not, and this absolute gem pops up from the year 2005. It has to be the greatest article that I have ever read. I feel so inspired, so I'm going to share it with you guys today. Noobs, how to handle them. This has to be the funniest, yet most accurate thing that I have ever read on the internet. It was posted in the year 2005, maybe even a little earlier. It goes through the steps of how to not be a noob, and I hate to say it, but I think I checked off every single box that this article has to offer. I was that noob. So there's actually a noob test. It's halfway through the article, but I decided, you know what better way to start this video than to take the noob test myself to see if I'm classified as a noob. And since we're going all the way back to 2005, we might as well play the part. Look at us right now, guys. This is the guy the noobs would drool over. And I want every single person to take the noob test with me and then post down below what their noob score is out of 6. Question 1. Do you beg for money items and continue to follow the person until they give you what you want? See, that's not even fair, man. I'm a younger child. I should just get what I want by asking for it. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna take that back. Actually, I don't think I've ever successfully beg someone to where they were so annoyed they've given me an item. I think they've either logged out, hopped, put me on their ignore list. I'm giving it to me. I've never successfully begged, therefore I passed step 1. And you guys can see my gnome sweater. It was totally creeping in the shot there. Question 2. Do you lie about your identity? Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. I think I was smart enough to not go with the whole Zazima thing. Oh, my main's Zazima. I was more than my main's level 129, like, come fight me in the wilderness kind of guy. Oh, crap. Now it's 1 point noob, 1 point not noob. All right, this is a joke. Question 3 is literally, do you ask people to fight you in the wilderness? That's messed up, bro. It's messed up. Question 4. Question 4 should not exist because it's do you spam, but while you're lying about your identity, while you're asking people to just fight you in the wildy or to meet your level 129 main, or you're begging for items, isn't that spam? I don't like these questions. They're totally rigged. Do you disrespect others in any way? Oh god. I once got reported and successfully muted for 24 hours because I called somebody an asshole for not doing their skill cape emote. That was a fun time. All right, I want you to keep in mind that I was 11 years old, so I've matured since then a little bit, slightly. Question 6. Oh my god, do you call people noobs? The thing is that was just like the go-to insult when you had nothing better to say and your argument was debunked, or you just didn't know what to say to continue on your argument. You just by default called the guy a noob. Dude, I still call people noobs. Oh crap. Well, apparently if you answered yes to any of these questions, you are most definitely a noob. Not even maybe or slightly. No, it's you are most definitely a noob. Calling people noobs is very disrespectful and lowers you to their level. You should always try and help people and respect them, treat others as you would like to be treated. Well, damn, I'll just go fuck off then. Shit. So apparently I'm a noob, guys. I fit the definition pretty accurately. I'm gonna continue reviewing how to handle noobs as a noob myself. I think that's, you know, that totally applicable, right? The next part is a noob. A newbie is someone who is new. It also depends on the person, not the level. Now let's give an example on how to handle a newbie who's begging. You passing by Lumbridge and someone new comes out. Free stuff blocks. This is begging. So I need to put myself in a situation where I could potentially be begged for stuff. And there are guidelines on what to do. If he starts begging, all you have to do is stay calm and explain that begging is considered noobish and you must work for your items. Okay, guys, we are on the prowl. We are on the hunt. We are waiting for our first victim to come across and ask me something so I can kindly tell them that they're acting noobish. Oh, do we have one? Do we have one? This guy is suspiciously kind of walking around me, you know? This guy's trying to get himself a girlfriend over here. Honestly, I respect the effort. We're in 05 right now. By all means, dude, go for it. Okay, we're just gonna stand here. Oh, yes. We got one. We got one. Black Joker. Ooh, he said hello. What? You're not supposed to be nice? You're supposed to beg for fucking items. Okay, Lumbridge didn't work. V West didn't work. The Grand Exchange Maybe it's not super authentic, but they're all over the place in there. We got one. Hey, let's see if this works, guys. We're gonna follow the guide, help you. Okay, how? Let's see. This is perfect. I'm baiting him into the question, you know? Happy New... I think he's trying to play me right now. I think he's acting nice to then ask for money. I knew it. I knew it. You're acting noobish. You need to work for your items. It worked. It worked. Guys, it works. The guide works. It gets rid of noobs. But as always, guys, there's a catch. There's always an exception in life. And in this case, there's an exception to this strategy. If you are dealing with a noobish noob, unfortunately, this method will actually not work. Now, you may be asking yourself, hey, Rarg, what is a noobish noob? And the article states, these could be considered the worst. They will follow you around begging, they can start swearing, and they can just be a pain. So basically me when I was 10 years old. Now you can take them to the wilderness, but what's the fun in that? Okay, I could find a lot of fun in that. Oh, okay, he even says that right there. Well, maybe there is a bit of fun in that. But, you know, the biggest issue here is that the guy who wrote this guide is actually breaking rule number 3 and is by his own definition a noob. Oh, okay, he even says as well. Man, I have to read the fucking article. I'm just, fuck. So if you ever encounter one of these noobish noobs, there are a few things you can do. You can teleport, you can world switch, you can ignore them. And from this guy's experience, he's had somebody follow him for 5 hours trying to find out where death runes respawn. Why didn't you just follow one of your rules, my guy? Then again, by his own definition, he's a noob. And then we have this picture that's kind of just slammed in the middle of the guide. There's not really much context to it, but, you know, I know what they're trying to say. We have 12 GP for a mask. That is the definition of a beggar right there, if I've ever seen one. Trying to rip him off. I mean, my boy Corn Rule Zero is trying to get a bargain right here. But, you know, I'm really starting to think that these beggars back then were more trolls than anything. Do you really think that Corn Rule Zero thought Elite Master was going to give him that mask? Look at him. He's screaming, do you want to be my GF? I think these noobs are the OG trolls of RuneScape. I'm calling it. It's official. Buzz off, punk. I think that's my new favorite line as well. Okay, I think the person who wrote this just wanted to name a part of the guide protection. I mean, he basically just gave a bunch of reasons of, you know, how to get away. You can teleport, world switch, ignore them. Which, you know, ignoring them is always the best option. It's super easy. You turn your public on off, right? But this guy has a whole entire breakdown of how to confuse the noobs to where they can't bother you anymore. And it's not any of the previous listed examples. Beautiful first step. You need to confuse the shit out of them and pretend you are not rich. All right, I think I'm looking pretty good. I think this will suffice. I think this, you know, definitely, you know, yells, I'm a broke ass. Okay, he then goes on to say how useless his first step is because he's basically calling me out that I like to look rich. Thank you, whoever wrote this guide. I like to flex. So he then says that you can go to a really crowded world so you could hide between everybody and you don't get spotted. But the problem with that is, and he also states this, is that there are more noobs. But let me tell you guys, I am having the time of my life just chilling in this crowd doing absolutely nothing. Imagine having a conversation back in the day with someone, just in a huge crowd of people. The only way you'd really do it is if you were buying and selling something and you're in the trade screen. Other than that, I mean, why would you want to put yourself in a massive crowd of people to try to disguise yourself with? I gotta say, I liked your first advice better with teleport or log out or just leave. Look at me. I'm sad. I'm alone. But yet everyone's around me. So let's see if a noob finds me in my gear right now as I do my outro. But you know what, guys? I think that really wrapped up exactly what a noob was back then. I still think a lot of that stuff could be transferred over to today's game. Although the word noob isn't really thrown around as an insult these days. It's more of a joking thing. But back then, I think people really used it as a, oh my gosh, you're a noob, like, get away from me kind of attitude. And it was like the biggest insult you could have given someone, especially for like a 10 or 11-year-old, which was, you know, a very average age at that time. And I want to know, did you guys pass the noob test? Did you get 0 out of 6, or are you all 6 like myself? If you started playing much later, I am also curious because a lot of these practices, you know, of course, aren't there. I am not guilty of any of this stuff in OSRS per se, but in my RuneScape career, especially from 04 to like 06, late 06, I am guilty of all of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very different video. I kind of, you know, I saw this guy looking through Wayback Machine and I was like, you know what? We're going to do it. It's going to happen. So if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. And let me know if you're a noob down in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.